Just over a year ago, I had the privilege of announcing that Rainforest Rescue were going to be building a large-scale nursery on what was the old Cow Bay airstrip site. We've progressed quite a lot with that program. Today I have the privilege of standing in front of the shade house, which is now completed and has plants in it, and the propagation house just on my left, which is about 95% completed. The first priority of our new nursery build was to get the shade house constructed. So we did build this as a number one priority. Our aim was to try and get plants progressively into this particular structure, and as you can see, we've achieved that. We're very lucky that our existing nursery is only 2.5 kilometres up the road, so we're gradually filling this shade house up, and we hope to have at least half the shade house full of plants by the end of March. Our second biggest priority was to get the propagation tunnel constructed. As I said before, we're about 95% completed. We only have the irrigation lines and the ends and doors to fit, and it's finalised. The main reason we wanted to get this happening is because propagated plants are the core of the new nursery. So our seed collectors have been busy collecting lots of material, and our existing nursery is pretty much at capacity, so we'd like to transfer quite a lot of those plants down to this new propagation tunnel in the near future. We're currently working on establishing our first and eastern section of the outside growing on area. As you can see, the dingoes in the background busily digging trenches for our irrigation lines, and Guy and Paul are adding some drainage channels. Behind me is our what will ultimately be our washdown area, but what we're proposing to do in the short term at least is using it for some of our potting operations. We hope to gradually shift our potting processes down to this particular site so that we can make it a little bit more efficient. We also have our chemical shed erected now, and our pump house, and our bore and irrigation systems are all installed. So we have an automated irrigation system which comes on 3 times a day. So it's all very efficient. The same with our bore. It's an automated system, has its own solar array, and it pumps up water whenever the tanks drop